Hi, so we are going to be channeling a message tonight. I hope it means something to you. I feel like this is really an important one. The energy feels very expansive and exciting, but also very grounded and I don't want to say deep, but I want to say, what do I want to say? It's important. It's important. So tonight we're going to use the Infinite Door by Pamela Love. I love this. I love this deck. And there was like a weird energy that I had to do some extra clearing before I started this message, and it was a little like teasing me. I don't know if there's someone in your life that is kind of like a ball buster, maybe. But anyway, I just felt like I should mention that, but they're gone. Anyways, so I live in kind of like, well, New Mexico. I live in New Mexico, and I saw a painted bunting today. A bird. It's like a very, very specific bird. You can't mess it up with another one. You have to look it up. It's like bright red body and a green wings and a blue head. So, I mean, right? But I saw this bird and then I looked it up later. It's very, very rare. And, okay, so the Native American totem stories, whatever, is what I usually go with, right? And that's what I resonate with the most. So I looked it up, and it's about, there's a story about the painted bunting, how they used all the colors that were left at the end of painting all the animals. And that's how they came up with this beautiful bird. It's gorgeous, right? And so I feel like that is just so relevant to this message that there is like this last little bit of magic left. And it's like I'm also getting that song, I think it's called White Horse by Chris Stapleton. I ain't dead yet, right? So anyway, let's see what wants to come through. I don't know. I shuffle different every time. Okay, so this is the Eight of Pentacles. And it looks like a dandelion to me. I know it's bubbles, but it looks like he's blowing dandelions, right? And we did that when we were kids to make wishes. So, it is like something that you've really worked hard on. It's like you've worked hard on yourself in order to feel worthy of even like having these wishes, right? This is so pretty. I love the artwork on this deck. I'm seeing this as like raising the dead. It's like raising the dead parts of you that you've had to let go of through your healing journey, and It's like bringing them along. It's like, in a way, you are saying, you're all accepted here because without you, I wouldn't be where I am, right? So you don't have to die. You do. You do, though, as part of the healing, right? But then when it's time to move on with your life and put an end to the healing chapter, we can bring those parts with us. The Knight of Cups. I feel like this is like a period of time where you maybe have kind of numbed out a little bit. Or like it's been so much on your plate that you're just not really feeling anything, just kind of getting through the day. And that's good. And you're proud of yourself, right? You're so proud of yourself. But it's almost like the ability to feel your emotions is coming back online. And it's not like you weren't feeling, because you were, but let's see. It's like you were seeing what you could handle, which really wasn't very much. And you did great, and you did really, really great. And now you're safe enough to kind of relax a little bit and go through it. The Six of Wands. Honestly, it's like you're flying out of a dumpster fire, and it's like, you know, the energetic parts of whoever these demons are watching you ride away from their version of hell. Okay? Look at, they're cheering you on like you were a good opponent. You know? They know you win. They know who's the light and who's the dark. And they know that the light comes out on top right now. So this is a stone, I think it's called the Patchy Tears. I got it in Arizona. Just being called to mention that. The Six of Wands and the Ten of Wands, right? So here's the thing, like, yeah, it is pretty remarkable that you did what you did and you got out the way you did, and everyone's so proud of you and so proud of the way you handled things and all of that, but it doesn't mean you're not freaking tired, right? It doesn't mean that you don't have all the hurt and the grief and the just exhaustion that comes with this experience that you've been through, right? Yeah. The Five of Pentacles, right? This is the sort of the aftermath of this is sensitive, obviously, with what's going on in the world right now. So I'll just forewarn you. But you know, I'm no war specifically that I'm seeing. I'm just seeing like buildings crumbled to the ground, and yes, you've won. You've held your place, and you have your home, and you've created, you know, some stability around yourself again, but you're still living in a battlefield. The war is over, but the destruction is still there. So yes, while it is a victory, we also want to be sensitive and remind ourselves that it's all right if you're tired and don't feel like celebrating, but as soon as you're ready, you know, also do that too. Also do that too. Yeah. The Hierophant. So I'm getting like, all right, so I'm actually really hearing that it's time to rest up and heal. Feel the pain, the fatigue, the physical symptoms, right? But also feel the feelings and the abandonment, the fear, right? Feel it. But don't rush it. Also, don't rush it. But remember you're on top. Remember you've won. It's a matter of purifying your system now and letting go, moving the trauma through your body. And then we're going to do something with it, right? We're going to turn it into, I'm really seeing the keys. Housing might be significant, some type of real estate, or I'm also seeing like expressing yourself through art, sculpture. I'm seeing the snakes. Are they snakes? I think they're just wrinkles in his robes, but I very clearly saw snakes, and snakes have been coming up a lot lately for me. And I actually wear a snake around my neck, a gold necklace. That was a weird way to say that, but anyway. Yeah, we're making something out of this experience. It wasn't for nothing. And the Queen of Pentacles. And if you can really look at the face, I'm being so drawn to the, oh, it looks different through the phone though. Wow. So what I'm getting from this is like, oh, my nose is so itchy, excuse me. What I'm getting from this is like you are being protected from being seen by certain people. Like your energy is veiled right now. And that is because what you are meant to create is not necessarily your face or your name. It's like, who's the owner of Coca-Cola? I have no idea, right? I have no idea. The brand speaks for itself, is kind of what I'm getting here. The fall time is going to be significant. Also, like the landscape looks very similar to where I live, the high desert. Also, the wildfires are significant right now. There's people lighting off fireworks in my neighborhood. It's crazy. Crazy. But anyways, here we go. And the Knight of Pentacles. So this is something that you're building one day at a time. And that's not to say that you won't see like this massive exponential growth, but it's not like a firework going off where you're going to have success that you go viral and you have one video with like 4 million views and then everything else is kind of like a couple thousand, you know, and it just kind of fizzles out and you're on the Today Show and then it's done. No. This is something that you are slowly building over time that speaks for itself, that is a culmination of small steps. The Tower. As I say, small steps, that's I feel like you probably have had a experience where it's like you truly think you're doing the right thing and just like asking questions and how can I get this thing that I want? And somebody like scolded you for it, or like, how dare you even ask questions, right? And it kind of can throw you for a loop a little bit, but also I'm getting like weather. Like weather might have thrown a wrench in your plans, or some kind of like God-given a natural occurrence. Something that happened outside of yourself that was just bizarre, right? More pentacles. So what I'm getting is like this hand coming up, right? So I'm seeing like downloads being dropped in through the crown and then put out through the heart like a homing beacon, okay? And then there's this other energy right behind you that is like, but wait, what about me? What about me? And you're over here like, I'm doing this thing where I'm calling in the physical manifestation of my downloads, right? Like, this is actually, hello, God's work, and you're freaking bothering me with your dirty hand over here. Go. Anyway, this energy is bothering me. I want to find out why this is such like I feel huge, massive blockages around my heart and my throat right now. Yeah. Oh, there's this hand over here too. I didn't even notice. No way. Juniper? I have seen this. I was watching this guy earlier on YouTube who has this machine, and I don't know the words, so whatever, help me out. But he puts the machine on the plant, and then the vibration or the frequency of the plant is turned into audible sound. And I was listening to Juniper earlier today. That's so funny, but aren't these cards pretty? Aren't they beautiful? I designed this deck. This is mine. You can get it on my website, I think. If not, email me. My website is very under construction, and it has been for a good couple of years now. But we're going to get back into it. Here we are, Juniper. Ward off negative energies and entities. Look at that. So it supports kidneys, eases pain, purifies the air. That's what I was saying, a purification, right? Energetic. Remove heavy vibrations, guard against energetic drains, and release fear and self-doubt. Yes. Burn the berries or use in a sachet for protection and energetic shielding. Page 51. All right, I'm being told to grab one more of these beautiful cards. I don't know. The top or the bottom, I heard. I think this is pronounced go-to cola. I think so. But I've only ever read it, so, you know. Expands consciousness and removes mental limitations. Improves collagen production, treats varicose veins, improves memory. Balances your crown chakra, remove mental clutter, and soothes the nervous system. Take as a tea or tincture to enhance focus and third eye activation. Page 41. All right. Well, it's exactly what we were saying. But why? I just cannot get past this why. I want to know why. I understand that there's a vampire here of some sort. To distract. Also, if you have any kind of bugs in your home, that's from this, like, dark magic, weirdo stuff going on, okay? I'm also getting, like, they're watching you from the 5th dimension. So, like, astro traveling, remote viewing. I want to take one more, and then we'll wrap it up. What's the next line step here in this situation? Because we want to get to the victorious feeling of celebration and mastering our lessons and all of that. We love that. How do we move towards that, please, Spirit? Thank you. Oh. Oh. You gotta let yourself go. You gotta let that version of you that felt like you were not gonna make it. it's time for that version not to make it. You know, they can come along. They can come along with the others, but we have a more aligned leader now, working from the heart. And we don't need the ego safety net leader anymore. We love her. She did her job very well. But yeah, the Six of Pentacles. But I'm getting like passing the torch, handing off the reins to the next player I'm hearing. So I hope this serves as some type of validation for someone. And I love you.